Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be deep diving into some of the most rarest and mysterious Muppet collectibles that I didn't even know existed. Stay tuned. In the mid-2000s, a Dr. Teeth hand puppet started circulating online and was also listed as an eBay product. The seller would call it a vintage 70s Muppet Fisher-Price hand puppet, made only in Mexico by Exxon. Now, if you don't know what Exxon is a toy company that makes different kinds of variety of toys, which I think is also available in Spain. Later down the line, we would see some more pictures of these odd series of Muppet toys, which involved Kermit the Frog, Gonzo, Two Floyds, Dr. Teeth, and Fozzie. However, we would see more pictures surface online with more close-ups of the yellow Dr. Teeth and the Floyd hand puppet. The Dr. Teeth hand puppets would go through different production variations, with the eyelids different colors and different manufacturing. Now, yeah, it would be cool to have a Dr. Teeth hand puppet and also a Floyd hand puppet. This would be every Muppet collector's dream to get their hands on these. But I will have to safely say that these are definitely bootlegs and made by Exxon. They are not made by Fisher-Price, and back to the eBay listing. The seller referred it to a Fisher-Price hand puppet, which I understand. Maybe they got confused because it looks very similar to the Fisher-Price animal. Because I don't see Fisher-Price and Exxon working together to make these odd-looking, weird versions of the puppets. In fact, the next one we're going to talk about that I think looks pretty ugly is Fozzie. So apparently his hands and foot are made out of clay, along with his hat. I mean, it looks cool, but it just looks very weird. The owner would go on to say that the puppet actually has a zipper around the puppet hole, which I think is actually pretty cool. We can also definitely see that the Fozzie had aged quite a lot, as the black felt on his eyes have fallen off. Moving on to Gonzo, I think he looks pretty good for a bootleg. I don't really see any minor flaws about him, and I wish we got more detail about the Kermit hand puppet because even he looks really good for a bootleg. Now don't get me wrong, it would be very nice to own every single one of these, no matter how ugly they look, no matter how good they look for a bootleg. These guys hold history, and Muppet collectors like me would go crazy for stuff like this. Later, Tough Pigs on their website would show this ugly Miss Piggy puppet that was most likely a part of the series as well. You can see that she has orange skin and very dark hair, and actually looks pretty creepy looking, and the outfit doesn't really help out as much either. If you look very closely, she also has sculpted shoes, which a lot of these guys are very sculpted, like Fozzie, Dr. Teeth, and also Floyd. Last out of the series we would have is a animal. Compared to the Fisher-Price animal, there's one reason why I think that this bootleg animal is a lot better, is because the Fisher-Price animal has pink hair, while this one actually has red hair. And just like the Dr. Teeth and Floyd have the same Fisher-Price body. Here we have a nicer look at the eyes, and also the teeth. The owner of the hand puppet would go on to say that the mouth no longer opens as the clay had dried it out, so puppeteering this thing would not be possible. And then there would go on to be a second version of this animal. I can tell that just the bootleg series were going through different variants of these guys, and you know what? And it's still cool. It is still a mystery though if there's more of these guys, because if there's more variants of the others, there should be more variants of Kermit and Gonzo. I mean, who knows? But I will safely say that yes, these are made by Exxon, not Fisher-Price, and the chances of finding these guys are 20%, especially if they were made completely somewhere else. So, what do you guys think about these bootlegs? Let me know in the comments down below. And which out of the bootlegs was your favorite? I liked Kermit, Gonzo, Floyd, Dr. Teeth, and Animal. Fozzie and Miss Piggy are kind of down below for me. Please leave a like, subscribe, and also go to my Twitter at MuppetMavenLuke to see my latest posts and reposts. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.